Chapter 830. Red Lotus Demon Venerable's Inheritance Clues. Translator. Atlas Studios. Editor. Atlas Studios. Fang Yuan had a sudden inspiration. He thought of a great method. The goo recipe was given, but goo masters could refine the goo using their own techniques. For example, to fuse two materials, they can use fire to melt them into one, but they could also use water to fuse them together as another method. Two different methods would be able to achieve the same results. 30 minutes later, Fang Yuan's name was on the first place spot, and he obtained green shine goo. Fang Yuan did not practice this water-fire refinement method much, but the difficulty of refining water-like goo was too low. Even with his rusty technique, he refined 277. He was one goo above the criteria for first place. Fang Yuan's exemplary performance made the sect leader of Five Virtues sect come personally and greet him, apologizing for the poor attitude of that elder. Next, the sect leader vaguely hinted that he wanted to recruit Fang Yuan in a very tactful tone. Fang Yuan rejected him directly, but this sect leader was not upset. He became even more polite as he sent Fang Yuan out, causing everyone around them to look on with much surprise. To be able to get first place, this proved that his refinement path attainment was not low. Regardless of his cultivation level, he would be welcomed and recruited by many forces. With just his refinement path attainment, Fang Yuan had the foundation to go anywhere in the mortal world and live in the lap of luxury. Furthermore, didn't Fang Yuan have rank 5 cultivation level? Thus, the leader of Five Virtues sect did not dare to offend Fang Yuan. He was very polite. Evidently, not only did this sect leader have a strong background, he even had good foresight. He could adapt to circumstances and place himself lowly. It was no wonder he could create a force like Five Virtues sect. But he would never guess that Fang Yuan was an immortal. Compared to the endless number of mortals, immortals were too rare. The leader of Five Virtues sect had been overly worried with Fang Yuan's personality. Even if that elder said worse things, Fang Yuan would be unmoved. As long as they did not obstruct his path to eternal life, whether they scolded or praised him, Fang Yuan would not care about it at all. These were all just pointless talk. There was still some time until the second round. Fang Yuan left Five Virtues sect and returned to Hu Immortal Blessed Land. He stayed in Central Continent for 1 day, while 3 days and 2 nights had passed in Hu Immortal Blessed Land. Master, the thing you wanted earlier, I've prepared it already. The moment Fang Yuan returned, little Hu Immortal appeared, bringing him good news with an expression of, "Please praise me," written on her face. Very good. Fang Yuan patted little Hu Immortal's head. She was very happy, her eyes closed and relaxed. Fang Yuan told the land spirit to prepare some mortal goo worms. Some were bought from Treasure Yellow Heaven, while the others were refined by the hairy men in the stone nests. Taking these mortal goo, Fang Yuan mobilized a small amount of star will. They flew out of his mind into his immortal aperture. In his immortal aperture, Mo Yao's fake will was imprisoned. Fang Yuan, what will is this? Seeing Fang Yuan's arrival, Mo Yao's fake will felt something amiss. Fang Yuan's star will laughed. He did not speak but pounced at her. Mo Yao's will could not dodge in time. Bang, the two wills collided, entangling with each other. Mo Yao shouted in shock. She wanted to break free. She tried retreating. "Where are you going?" Fang Yuan sneered. At his direction, several goo worms flew out, forming a mortal killer move as they froze Mo Yao's fake will in her place. "Fang Yuan, you have to think it through. Ordinary wisdom path methods cannot control me. If you force me to my limits, both of us will suffer." Mo Yao's fake will was immobilized, but she could still speak while under the attack of Fang Yuan's star will. Not only that, Mo Yao's fake will was escaping like liquid water. She got the edge over Fang Yuan's star will as she tried to form into a human shape again. One could see that in this battle of wills, Mo Yao's will had the advantage. Her experience far surpassed Fang Yuan's. But Fang Yuan was not anxious upon seeing this. He willed and some more goo worms flew out and formed a mortal killer move. This killer move turned into a 5-edged diamond. It attacked and scattered Mo Yao's fake will. Fang Yuan's star will counterattacked. Mo Yao's fake will did not speak. She engaged in battle and tried to defend herself. But at this time, Fang Yuan's third killer move was used. It formed into a starlight spiral as it hit Mo Yao's fake will. Mo Yao's fake will had lost control of the situation. She had no choice but to fight with Fang Yuan's star will inside the starlight spiral. As they merged, the two wills interacted rapidly. Mo Yao's fake will had countless memory fragments. Fang Yuan's star will learned about them now. At the same time, the memories in Fang Yuan's star will were read by Mo Yao's fake will. Amidst their interaction, Mo Yao screamed, "Fang Yuan, you are too foolish. You are too arrogant. In that case, so be it." Saying this, Mo Yao's fake will shrunk rapidly. She was trying to suicide and destroy herself. Fang Yuan chuckled. He had predicted this. He willed and a starlight pillar descended from the sky onto the starlight spiral. In the spiral, Mo Yao's fake will tried to suicide as the fake will shrunk, but under the starlight's radiance, fake will was continuously produced. In fact, a portion of Fang Yuan's star will was converting into fake will, replenishing her. This forced Mo Yao's fake will to be at a certain size. She could not suicide even if she wanted to. "Mo Yao, you are too naive. If you had accepted your fate and suicided earlier, I would have no way of stopping you at all. But now you will die if I want you to, and if I want you to live, you have no way of dying. Be obedient and tell me everything that you know." Fang Yuan laughed heartily. Mo Yao's fake will was in despair. Fang Yuan had obtained a method to suppress her so quickly. This was out of her expectations. By now, Mo Yao's fake will knew that she would have no value to him soon. She knew that she could not escape her fate. Just as Fang Yuan had said, if she had suicided earlier, Fang Yuan would not obtain anything. But all living beings in this world had their survival instincts. Anyone would want to live, as long as there was hope. Even Mo Yao's will did not want to suicide. A moment later, the battle ended in the immortal aperture. Fang Yuan's star will returned with many benefits. The remainder of Mo Yao's will had lost her fighting spirit. She could not even form into a human shape. Fang Yuan had many arrangements and replenished her fake will, so that he could search her will again. The vigilant Fang Yuan also left behind many mortal goo worms to immobilize Mo Yao's will, so that she could not suicide. Fang Yuan's star will, which was fighting with Mo Yao, had less than 30% of its original mass after coming out. 70% was expended earlier. Fang Yuan's star will flew into the sky, leaving the immortal aperture and flying up into Fang Yuan's mind. Fang Yuan shut his eyes, checking the details in the star will. Searching souls and searching wills were different. Searching souls was directly searching the soul, reading everything in their memories. Searching wills was using one's own will to forcefully interact with another will. In this process, one had to use many methods to force the other party to comply. Those who were not skilled at dealing with wills would have no gains in the end. Against different wills, the methods required were different. Thankfully, Dongfang Changfan's wisdom path inheritance was very complete. After Fang Yuan studied it, Mo Yao's will, which he had difficulty dealing with earlier, was meat on the chopping board. Each time he searched a will, it needed to recuperate for a while. After all, wills were more fragile than souls. What was worth mentioning was, there was less capacity for storing memories in wills than in souls. Most of the memories were fragments. But what Fang Yuan wanted the most were Red Lotus Demon Venerable's inheritance clues. In this last search, Fang Yuan reached his goal. Red Lotus Demon Venerable, Time Path Inheritance. A while later, Fang Yuan opened his eyes, mumbling. Red Lotus Demon Venerable's inheritance was set in the river of time. Mo Yao did not know what the treasure in the inheritance was. She only knew that to inherit this unrivaled Demon Venerable inheritance, the first condition was to have Spring-Autumn Cicada. Not only this, the Gu Immortal had to self-detonate and use Spring-Autumn Cicada to carry their will into the River of Time. In the River of Time, they had to search for a Stone Lotus Island. Only after they reach a Stone Lotus Island would they see the will of Red Lotus left there. Red Lotus Demon Venerable's inheritance. It is truly hard to obtain. Fang Yuan sighed. This was too difficult. The rank 6 Spring-Autumn Cicada, once activated, would self-detonate the Goo Master with a certain chance of success. To find Red Lotus's will, one had to risk the chance of suicide. Even if the Goo Master successfully enters the River of Time, where would they go to find a Stone Lotus Island? Fang Yuan had entered the River of Time before. Even though he had 3 precious experiences, he did not find any Stone Lotus Islands. In other words, not only did the Goo Master need to self-detonate and use Spring-Autumn Cicada to carry their will into the River of Time, they had to manipulate Spring-Autumn Cicada and swim in the river, searching for some Stone Lotus Island. Fang Yuan could not do that. He currently was using Spring-Autumn Cicada only as a passenger. He could not control the direction or route. To control Spring-Autumn Cicada and reach this level, I need other methods for assistance, but I don't have any. These methods would be time path methods. In this aspect, Fang Yuan was at a loss. He had nearly no knowledge in it. Currently, if Fang Yuan wanted to obtain Red Lotus Demon Venerable's inheritance, there was a long road to travel. He needed to make ample preparations. Red Lotus Demon Venerable's inheritance was in the River of Time. It was extremely dangerous for him to try to obtain it. Fang Yuan could only put Red Lotus Demon Venerable's inheritance aside. For the time being, he was going to stay in Hu Immortal Blessed Land while waiting for the Refinement Path Convention's second round. At the same time, he would use the light of wisdom to deduce the immortal killer move Vaguely Familiar Face. He had obtained Vaguely Familiar Face in the Northern Plains auction. It was 50% complete. As for what the 3 core immortal goo were, the information was not concealed. The problem was that Fang Yuan did not have these 3 core immortal goo. They were in another person's possession. Immortal goo were unique. If Fang Yuan wanted to use the killer move, Vaguely Familiar Face, he would need to modify the move and change the core immortal goo to something else. The best situation would be an immortal goo he already owned. This was very difficult, because in regards to Transformation Path and Wisdom Path, Fang Yuan's attainment level was not very high.